Here's why you can't manifest. Um, it's pretty simple. In order to manifest, this is what happens with most people, okay? I know because I've been through it. In order to manifest something, you have to have a consistent thought. So if you're trying to manifest a boat or a yacht, you can't just think of it. You can't just visualize it once. I mean, if you visualize it once in the correct way, it might in several years come to pass. But if you want it faster, you have to consistently visualize it. You have to, all the things that people say, you have to consistently believe it. You have to consistently stay on the same thought. So, question: why do people have so much trouble doing that? The reason that they have so much trouble doing that is it's difficult to stay interested in one thought when there's all these other forces in your life existentially pulling you in a different direction. And we as creatures that despise homogeneity, we love variety. We love to eat different kinds of food. We love watching different kinds of movies. We love reading different kinds of books, so on. Having different kinds of friends, visiting and foreign countries and trying different cuisines. We are as human beings very interested in variety. So for us to hold on to one thought is very difficult. But hang on a second. Why does it feel like there's so much repetition in your life then, if that's the case? Here's why. Pay attention. There is a central theme that goes through not only your life, but your soul, that's like a thread. And you're so familiar with it that you don't even realize that that's the reason that you have these things repeating themselves in your life that are negative. Now, if you were successful already, you would have some theme in your life that was positive, that would allow you to constantly repeat positive things that would lead you to materially manifest whatever you wanted. But of course, if that was the case, you wouldn't be watching this video entitled Why You Can't Manifest. So here's what you need to do. You need to recognize the fact that you are addicted to a cycle that's based on a central theme that you have adopted as part of your story, as part of your soul story, that you have become so comfortable with that it's like second nature to you. Why is this a problem? Because what if it's negative? What if your theme is self-sabotage? And you don't even realize you have a theme of self-sabotage in your life that keeps repeating itself in an endlessly painful, miserable cycle. Because of the emotional pull of this central theme, the familiarity of it, you're sucking on it like a baby sucks on a bottle. You're sucking on it without realizing it, and you keep coming back to it, the central theme. And just visualizing a yacht one time, or continuously, in other words, continuously trying to visualize something is going to be difficult if you don't recognize that there is a central theme that you are emotionally addicted to, that you're being pulled into, that you keep being pulled into like a tractor beam. Yeah, 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 and you just keep getting pulled into the orbit of this central theme, and the emotional pull of it is such that if you were to try to visualize something, it's going to be like you're fighting. It's like if you've ever seen the Charlie Chaplin movie, The Gold Rush, where he's stuck in this cabin, and he opens the door and there's this big blizzard, and he opens the door, and it's like the wind is pushing him, backwards like this. That's you trying to manifest stuff. You're trying to manifest something, but this central theme keeps pulling you in, pulling you back towards it, like the wind is pushing Charlie in that movie. Or I mean, that's the effect that he creates. So in order to change this, what you have to do is locate and identify what this central theme is. And of course, I use the I Ching for these kinds of things. It's very useful. But just in your own mind, you could even just say out loud, ask the universe, what is the central theme of my life or of my soul? And identify it. And if it's something like, I never get what I want, I self sabotage, nothing I do ever works, I'm too stupid to understand things that are complicated. Whatever the thing is, that central theme needs to be identified, and you need to change it to something else. So, I mean, we're trying to change our story. I know, like, Aaron Doherty talks a lot about changing your story. Absolutely. But if there's one particular theme that has such an emotional grip on you that you haven't identified it and seen it, then no matter how much you try to change your thoughts, you're going to be pulled into this because you're absolutely hooked on it. Even though it sucks, even though it's painful. So change it. If you find out your central theme is I always I self sabotage, now ask the universe, how do I change this? Or ask the I Ching, or ask whatever you want. How do I replace this central theme with something that is better? Something like I always self actualize. No matter what, I'm always a giver. I always give to people. I always achieve financial abundance, no matter what obstacles come. You can do this. You can change it. And then once that is changed and that's no longer afflicting you, then it's time to visualize, go through all of the same steps that you always do.